Hi, I'm Bianca, and for today's video, we are going to talk about Filipino superstitions. So I originally planned this video back in August, but it kept getting pushed back, and I figured what better time to talk about Filipino superstitions than Halloween, than the spooky season itself. Before we start, I am no way knowledgeable about these things, so I entrusted the help of my old friend Google and the people around me. So shout out to my nanay who told me all of her cuentos. Thank you very much. This is gonna be a literal presentation. I researched for this, hence this getup to be a studious student. Let's start this presentation. Hi, I'm Bianca from Group 1. First is the concept of usog and pwera usog. So this one is going to be more detailed because I personally find it very interesting. Now, what is usog? Usog is basically an unintended jinx given by a person to another unsuspecting person through the form of a greeting or a compliment. So yes, sometimes compliments can hurt. Babies are actually more susceptible to usog, but that doesn't mean that adults don't get it too. I actually got the idea for this video because one of my mom's office mates called in sick, but her reason, not her official reason, but her personal reason was that she got jinxed or she was usog, and she was able to pinpoint who it was who jinxed her and what that person said, what compliment that person said. And that was very strange and interesting to me, hence this video. The most common symptom associated with usog are stomach aches, vomiting, and fever. But usog from people with sharp tongues or matalas na dila can sometimes cause pain to the specific body part that they greeted or complimented. And before you ask, people with sharp tongues or matalas na dila are those people who are more likely or more prone to jinx other people than other people. So to treat an usog, you usually get the person who jinxed you to wipe saliva on you or massage the body part that is affected by the jinx. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'm mostly familiar with the saliva thing. And sometimes you can also go to albularios and you can get treated there. They're like traditional doctors. But usually in most common cases, the symptoms just go away on their own. But this is for the minor cases because there are some jinxes that are stronger, I guess, supposedly. So there is a way to prevent usog, which is the concept of pwera usog. This literally means a counter jinx. So we usually say this when we're greeting babies or toddlers because, as I mentioned, they're more susceptible. So before you compliment them, it's better to already counter the jinx without even being sure that you jinxed the kid. Oh, your baby's so cute, pwera usog, and then you do this. So like prevention and cure at the same time, I guess. Don't quote me on everything I say today. Also, you have to be wary in complimenting people when you're hungry because you're more prone to jinx someone through compliments when you're hungry. I'm not sure why, but maybe because of the energy. I may be making stuff up, but it makes sense, so. The history or the lore to all of this kind of varies, and sometimes it's just passed on to generations with the history or the reasoning left behind. So it's hard to find more in-depth information about this. So anything I say may or may not be wrong or right. This is just what I know through what has been passed by the people around me or anything that I found on the internet. So yeah. Another type of preventive measure for babies and toddlers are those red and black beads that they normally wear as anklets or bracelets. This is believed to be like an amulet that repels usog and its effects. If you or anyone you know has some experiences about usog or more to add, please do comment down below because I want to know. Number 2, we have the oro plata mata. So before I started researching, I've never heard of this superstition at all. So according to this superstition, the stairs in a staircase of a house should never be divisible by 3, because that means that when you chant oro plata mata when going up the stairs, you will end the chant on mata, and this is a big no-no. Why? Let me explain by telling you the meaning of these words. So oro means gold, plata means silver, and mata means death. So your steps on a staircase ending on mata is considered unlucky because it literally means death. Number 3, we have this. Oh no, not you, this. So pointing, they said that you should never point your fingers at random places, especially when you're outside, because you might unintentionally point at something you can't really see with your naked eye, if you know what I mean. And doing this might catch their attention, disturb them, and they might want to get your attention back. We don't want that. Because, like usog, you may get sick. This was one of the superstitions that haunted me since I was a kid. Like, oh look, there's a really pretty tree. You point at it, right? But this is bad. You shouldn't, because you might be pointing at something else. So, there also is a preventive measure to this, which is this. Biting. So make sure that when you do point at something in the distance, you bite your fingers immediately, and this kind of counters it, which is why when I point in a certain direction, I usually do this. This isn't bad, but it's weird, just not exactly pointing, because this is considered rude. So this or this with the lips. But now that I think about it, is that why Filipinos like pointing with their lips rather than their fingers? Because of this superstition? That makes sense. Mystery solved, guys. Bye. So number 4 is tabi-tabi po. People usually say this when walking through nature, especially when you're walking a path that isn't really a path. So you're straying from the original path and you're stepping on actual land. Like the pointing thing, you might disturb the people, or not the people, the elementals or the creatures that live there. Saying tabi-tabi po is showing them respect, to say that I am just passing through, I mean no harm to you, I am just going my own way, and let's not cross paths. Something like that. So for the 5th, I honestly couldn't find a superstition that needs more explanation or more reasoning, because most of the time when I ask why this certain superstition exists, my lola just says, sabi nila eh, that's what they say. Who are they? No, mostly because, as I mentioned, it's usually passed on through generations, and the lore of everything, the reasoning behind it, could be lost. So this will be kind of a speed round, and let's just run through a few more superstitions, okay? Don't sweep the floors at night, because you will sweep the luck away. Don't step over someone, because if you do, they won't grow any taller. And when you really have to, make sure that you step over them again. So go back so that it will be countered. If you accidentally bite your tongue, that means someone remembers you. And you have to think of a random number. And the letter that that number corresponds to in the alphabet is the first letter of that person's name. Do you understand? Let me show you. I just bit my tongue.
That means someone remembered you.
Really? Okay, give me a number. Any number.
7.
7. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G. Gemma. It must be Gemma. If you shower at night, you will get low blood pressure. My Lola stands by this, by the way. Don't clip your nails at night because that's bad luck. Oof! That was a lot, right? And oddly enough, it didn't even scratch the surface of more Filipino superstitions because we have that many. So yeah, what about you? Do you believe in these superstitions? If yes, what's your favorite superstition? If you have more video suggestions, just let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot. You learned new things. And happy Halloween. See you next video. Bye. Oh, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.